Hello, everybody, and welcome to a game called Blueprints. This is a game that I tested out while I was at GDC, and I fell in love with it there. And as soon as we got back, I picked up a copy. Unfortunately, we started the move, and I've been unable to play it, but I decided since I installed all of my recording and editing software on this laptop, might as well start a small series for a less intensive game than BeamNG. So let's get into it and see what it's like. Sorry about the microphone quality. I'm still working on getting something a little bit better than this headset mic. Probably gonna delve into my storage unit and find my old blue snowball. I know very little about this game. I wasn't able to play it a lot at GDC because I had to keep running off to go to panels and meet up with cool people like BeamNG Drive. Aha! That was really cool. Anyway, I misread this the first time as Raw Furry, and I was afraid for a second.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
Oh my god!
The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Oh no! See, I've never seen the intro before. The game was always started. The GDC version, no matter what you did, it will always set you down in the entrance hall. Right here. I would start here. There. Wow, okay, we're in it. So I believe the step counter in the top corner refers to how many rooms we can open per run. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you lose one step. When you no longer have any steps left, you'll be too tired, continue searching the manor, and must call it a day. So we can open 50 doors a day. So think about it as the board game Betrayal at House on a Hill, um, where you build the mansion as you open doors. Tiles are placed. I believe that's the way Blueprints works. As we open doors, the game is placing digital tiles in the world, and those digital tiles become rooms. If I am correct, that means every playthrough of Blueprints is unique because each tile is randomized, just like Betrayal at House on a Hill. If I am correct, I believe that's what I was told at GDC. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those long summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. I put it away. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought into the estate from outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. Oh, it resets every morning. One final word of advice. Do not assume that the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. Okay, so once we run out of steps, the house is going to reset. Oh, God. By pressing tab. Oh, the tile. It looks just like a Betrayal at House on a Hill tile. Antechamber. So obviously we want to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, the most direct route would be seven rooms. Okay, we also have a button that allows us to call it a day. And we have a save and quit. Okay. Okay. Can we close the door over here? I would like to close this. No? I don't like leaving front doors open. I think any random person would just go straight, so I'm going to turn right. Oh. Whenever you enter this room, gain $2. Gain 2 items or a hallway. Whenever you enter this room. I'm going to place this tile here. So is that... Okay. The trunk is locked. Okay. Spare room. Den. Den gives us 1 jewel. And the parlor has a puzzle. Let's put the den down. I want to see what the jewel is. Okay. Okay, so I can't go over 50 steps, because every time I back out of that room, I'll lose 1 step. Got it. Okay. Oh, there's a key here. Oh, but look at this storeroom. Okay. I could see a storeroom being off a den. Okay, so keys can be used on any lock. I got ivory dice. While drafting, you may use to roll new floor plans. Okay. I got some coins. Greetings from the Reddington. Oh, I like it. You know, if Betrayal at House on a Hill was a game, this is exactly like a video game. This is exactly what I would assume the art style would look like. By the way, for those of you who don't know what Betrayal at House on a Hill is and what I'm talking about, Betrayal at House on a Hill is my favorite board game of all time. Plus 10 steps. Ooh! But I don't think that's a repeatable 10 steps. Sinclair, I just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evison, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It has been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly, KL. Mathematical games. Oh no, I'm bad at math. So one thing I did notice about this one is it just said plus 10 steps. It didn't say that that was a repeatable 10 steps. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. Okay, I gotta make sure that I give myself doors. Because right now, that bedroom is a dead end. So I have to make sure that I don't pin myself into dead ends. Oh. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5. Sure. So this is going to be another dead end. The Red Prince. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a crown made of rubies, and a castle made of red stone. For Prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he were outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? The story that he read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and it looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you may reader, and as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince with and his book, the book we just read. The corridor is always unlocked. I'll be careful with that too, because let's try the parlor. Apparently there's a puzzle in the parlor. Uh-oh. Oh no! We're pinned in! I'll have to go back to see if there's a room. There are 3 boxes in this room. 2 boxes in this room are empty. This box is one of the 2 empty boxes. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving boxes of different colors. You have pressed me to write the peculiars of this game when I found the time, and I have included it with this letter. All the details you would need to share with your guests. This game. Okay. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, the other two are always empty. There are 3 boxes in this room, which is a true statement. 2 boxes in this room are empty, is a true statement. This box is one of the 2 empty boxes. So all of these statements cannot be true. But we can observe that there are 3 boxes in the room, and we can observe that 2 are empty because we know the rules of the game, which means this box has the prize. And it does. Hey, we used our brain. How'd you like that, Herbert? But we are pinned in, so we need to see if we have another connecting door we can use somewhere. I think we do, all the way back out in the entrance hall. Oh, that's the storeroom. Gain 2 steps there, lose 1 step here. A? A? What? Is it the time? Is it too late? I forgot how to read that. Wow. Okay, call it a day. Oh, is that my little house that I built? Alright, this time let's go straight like a normal person. A breaker box? Well, I'll take the corridor then, because I don't want to cap myself off here. Hypothetically, if I can draft the same rooms... No, of course not. Let's put the nook here. It's like a little breakfast nook. I'll take this key. What's this? As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, a scrap of paper, perhaps the most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. Oh, you're talking to me as the player with that note, aren't you? Well. Noted. Oh, once again we are left with dead end. You know what, let's put the closet here. Oh, we got the drafting dice. And we got a gem. I was kind of hoping for better items, not gonna lie. Although, at least the disaster that this corridor is makes sense now because the closet's there. We are wasting steps. Let's go through the nook here. I'm supposed to be making passive observations too, aren't I? Oh, Lord. Let's regain some steps in the guest bedroom. Oh, what's this? Draw floor plans leading to the north more frequently. Okay. Ooh. And that's all my time for today, ladies and gentlemen. If I do decide to end this video here, this has been Blueprints. As you can see, a little bit of a teaser of a video. This is going to be a very interesting series. It recommends even getting a notebook so we can write down passive observations. Now, hopefully, when I come back, I will have gone into my storage unit and found my blue snowball, so I'll have a much better audio quality. But for now, I'm going to leave things here. I'm already very intrigued at this game. I wasn't able to play it with my full brain at GDC because it was just in a tower. It was on a computer in the middle of the event floor, and you kind of just sat around, and it was a stool that was had you partially standing. You get it. It was an exhibition computer, so it was not the best. But here I can sit down, I can actually make observations. Pretty sure this computer has slightly better stats at the very least. So anyway, that's it for Blueprints for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.